just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Yo, what's up, guys? Boy, Benny. I'm a father of 3 kids. I want to have even more. I love my kids, and I couldn't imagine anything horrible happening to them. I try as hard as I can to live in a safe place, safe area. You know, I'm armed, right? Like, you want to make sure you can protect your kids, get cameras up the house and so forth. But what would happen if something awful happened to my kid? There's a parent in Ireland whose child got stabbed at their school. Multiple parents, in fact, stabbed by a immigrant into the nation who was clearly not thankful for being brought into the first world and the beautiful country of Ireland, and instead went on a stabbing rampage and harmed little children. One of them who is clinging on for dear life. Well, what you would call that is a war. If you are a parent and that happens to your kid, you are at war with the ideology and the person who did that horrible thing to your child. And if there was a root cause for that person to have been near your children in this generally peaceful place inside of a schoolyard, clearly premeditated, then you would want to destroy that root cause, right? If there's a policy or reason or religion or rationale, ladies and gentlemen, you'd call it war, and that's exactly what Conor McGregor did. Conor McGregor said, Ireland, we are at war. After that exact same thing happened in Ireland. This is, of course, precisely what happened in Ireland. An Algerian immigrant to Ireland went on a stabbing spree of little children. Sick, disgusting things. Now, horrible things can happen all over the world to all sorts of people, okay? And you need to take a step back and understand that, like, what we're trying to say here is we're trying to put it in first-person perspective. Conor McGregor is an Irish national. He loves Ireland. He reps Ireland. He drapes himself in the Irish flag. Children are precious in Ireland. It's a very Catholic nation. There's a precious commodity in Ireland. And you want to protect kids, and you want to be a part of societies that protect kids, and so you want to openly criticize or be at war with any ideology that doesn't. Well, I certainly am, as a father, as a parent. And so, for his trouble, for saying that, now Conor McGregor is being investigated for hate speech. Conor McGregor under investigation for online hate speech by Irish authorities, according to report. Former UFC champion, Ireland native Conor McGregor is reportedly under investigation for online hate speech linked to comments made on social media criticizing Irish authorities for the handling of a suspected Algerian immigrant stabbing 5 people, including 3 children. McGregor, one of Ireland's most famous citizens, I would argue most famous citizen globally. Can you name the Irish Prime Minister? Don't think you can. With approximately 60 million followers on Instagram and X, weighed in on the assault. Social media following, saying the attack in Ireland, we are at war. Do not let Irish property be took over unannounced, McGregor said. Evaporate said property. It's war. Violent riots erupted in Ireland's capital. Many people took advantage of those, by the way, and looted. Not always a bad look, but that's a smear, right? It's a slander on the people who are, like, righteously upset that kids are getting stabbed. Including 2 adults, 3 children. One is young as 5 years old. Near a school in the city center. All but one of the victims in the attacks reportedly continued to receive medical treatment. The night of violence resulted in the arrest of 34 people, 500 rioters, some of whom set things ablaze. The Irish Garda commissioner labeled the riots as disgraceful scenes caused by hooligan faction driven by far-right ideology. Yes. You see, the wonderful thing about the moniker far-right ideology is it allows you to have cover, a shield, for your wretched and decrepit policies that cause for the murder and injury of innocent little children. If you're against the stabbing of little kids, well, then call me far-right. Doesn't matter. Whatever that is, whatever is the opposite, the stabbing of little children. Ladies and gentlemen, Irish Green Party senator went up and gave a speech, okay? And said, we are restricting freedom for the common good. This is in response to the current going-ons in Ireland. And now they're coming for Conor McGregor for hate speech. Watch.
Think about it. All law All legislation is about the restriction of freedom. That's exactly what we're doing here, is we are restricting freedom, but we're doing it for the common good. You will see throughout our constitution, yes, you have rights, but they are restricted for the common good. Everything needs to be balanced. And if your views on other people's identities go to make their lives unsafe, insecure, and cause them such deep discomfort that they cannot live in peace, then I believe that it is our job as legislators to restrict those freedoms for the common good.
Okay, so Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen, is going full-on based. He has 10.3 million followers. He has as many followers on X as Tucker Carlson does. So it's a strong following, ladies and gentlemen. And he's been going hard against the Irish government. So in this tweet, for instance, with the AI of him in front of a burning bus, you know, whatever. I don't condone last night's riots. I don't condone any attack on our first responders in their line of duty. But I do understand the frustrations, and I do understand the move must be made to ensure the change is needed and ushered in, and fast. I am in the process of arranging. Believe me, I am way more tactical and I have backing. What is he talking about here? There will be change in Ireland. Mark my words, change is needed. In the last month, innocent children stabbed leaving school. This is not Ireland's future. If they do not act soon, I will. Huh? Their plan of action to ensure Ireland's safety. I will. If they do not act soon with their plan of action to ensure Ireland's safety. What is your plan of action? Will you run for office? Is Conor McGregor going to run for office? That's the question. That's the question here. And we seem to have the answers, right? Because he's been going hard in on this. And it's been awesome. The current Prime Minister of Ireland, Leo Varadkar, is saying this is a day of enormous joy and relief for Emily Hand and her family. This is somebody who was a hostage under Hamas. An innocent child who was lost has now been found and returned. And we breathe a massive sigh of relief. Our prayers have been answered. An innocent child that has been lost has now been returned. This is somebody who was abducted and kidnapped, and Lord knows what else they did to her, by Hamas, by terrorists. The way that the Prime Minister states it is she was lost and now she has been found. Got community noted there. Emily wasn't lost. She was abducted by terrorists from Hamas. Back to Conor McGregor's timeline, you can see here that it's 25,000 retweets. Just destroying this Prime Minister, who's the one trying to put Conor McGregor in jail for hate speech. She was abducted by evil terrorist organization. What is with you and your government and your paid-for media affiliates constantly downplaying and attempting to repress horrific acts that happen to children? You are a disgrace. The day after a stabbing of children in Ireland, not one paper had it on their front cover. We will not forget. Good for you. There you go. Do a little extra bump right there. Conor McGregor torches Ireland's PM over response to Hamas release of child hostage. Good for you, Conor. Way to stand up. Way to be a lion for your nation. These globalist scum. These people. Hamas captured 240 civilians from Israel and brought them back to Gaza. And this Irish child was among them. Her name was Emily Hand. Way to go. Run. Run. Come on, man. Next Prime Minister of Ireland. You know you can do it. You know you can do it. Irish PM panned for saying freed hostage child Emily Hand found after she was lost. These scum. These people. They don't care about you. They don't care about your country. They don't care about any of it. They just care about their Davos friends and how much they can humiliate you and, more importantly, humiliate white people. Which is precisely what this is about, right? I can prove it, by the way. I can prove it. So this same guy, the guy who's Irish Prime Minister, he said that he's going to change Ireland because it's a very white country. Well, I got a news for Leo Varadkar. Varadkar. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. During a recent speech, he said the government is very white and vowed to make institutions more diverse. The comments went viral after the shocking knife attack in Ireland. So a couple of things here. In Ireland, white people make up 94% of the population. Okay? So it is a white country. So if you're talking about equal equity and equal representation, well, 94% is where you're at. More importantly, these are just, by definition, hate comments because you're going after a specific race based on the color of their skin.
One thing I strongly agree with the Deputy on is the need to set a target to have a number of people from ethnic minorities in areas of the public service. We have a health service that's very diverse, although less so as you go up towards the senior positions, not so much in the Gardaí, not so much in the Defence Forces, not so much in the education sector, as the Deputy mentioned, not at all in the civil service, which is very white, including the Department of Equality, for example, and that actually needs to change. So we need to have, I think, a target for people who come from ethnic minority backgrounds, but also dedicated recruitment campaigns to encourage people, because we do need a generation of young people growing up in Ireland who are people of colour to see black and brown school principals, judges, Keen Corla perhaps in the future. Who knows? Visibility and opportunity is really important.
So this is just straight up racism, right? This is straight up judging people by the color of their skin. I got news for you, pal. White people are the natives of Ireland. Ireland didn't ever have slaves. They were the slaves. Ireland didn't conquer other lands. They weren't imperialist. The Irish people in Ireland are the native population. So this racial guilt, critical race theory bullshit that works everywhere else in nations that have histories like that can be manipulated and used against people who never held slaves or were never slaves, it's not going to work in Ireland. The people of Ireland were the oppressed people. The natives in Ireland are the oppressed people. They truly are such vile scum. They're anti-human, these people. They're anti-human. Elon Musk hits out at Leo Varadkar as Dublin security ramped up after Thursday's disorder. Elon Musk straight up saying Conor McGregor needs to run for prime minister. Thank God. Thank God. Interesting. Let's see exactly what Elon said. Responding to a post from one of the users to Conor McGregor, he said that he should run for office and kick these losers out, the Tesla owner said. Not a bad idea. The current Irish government clearly cares more about praise from woke media than their own people. Find the lie. You owe nothing to people who hate you and people who want to enslave you. You owe nothing to them. You should work with every breath in your body and every bone in your body and every ounce of energy in your muscles in order to get these people out of power, because they hate themselves. So therefore they hate you. I don't hate you. I love you. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.